Hello everyone, this is Dr. Angela Scruggs, and I just wanted to send you all a quick video to formally introduce myself and put a face to the name. Also to review a few points on the syllabus that'll be important for you all to be mindful of as we go through this semester. So let's get to it. One thing that you all will notice, if you haven't already, for those of you who may have already taken a look at the lecture for this week, you will notice that there is another professor who is giving the lectures. And so the reason for that is that this course has already been developed and designed and has been so for many years. And as a new professor coming into the course, the school would like for us to get acquainted with the way the course has already been designed, the structure, the content, and then moving forward after we've had a chance to teach the course, we can then present proposals and make changes and adaptations to the way the course is already designed. So you will see another professor that is actually presenting the material. However, I am the professor for this course, and I'm the only professor for the course this semester. And if you have any questions, you want to direct those towards me. If it's something that I may not know specifically, I can reach out to my colleagues and get that information, but definitely reach out to me if you have any questions. Also, when you are sending an email communication, email is the best way to get in touch with me. And I typically respond to emails 24 hours to 48 hours. So 24 hours if it's during the weekday and 48 hours if it's on the weekend. Also take note though that when I respond, it's typically after 5 p.m. because I do have a full-time job. And then after hours, 5 o'clock and on, I can devote time and attention to addressing questions that you all may have and things of that nature. So when you email, and this is also in the syllabus, it is very important to put the course number in the subject line in addition to the topic regarding your question. So for example, if you had a question about a quiz and you needed to send me an email, you would put in the subject line CO6707, for example, and say quiz number 2. Then in the body of your email is where you want to go into detail about the quiz and the question that you may have. So it's very important to do that. That will allow for efficiency in being able to respond. Because of the nature of the course and lots of students that are taking the course online, it will make it much easier if I have that immediate information, then I can go straight to Blackboard without having to do a little bit of research. Okay, what quiz are they talking about and which week was it? And because sometimes it may not be the week of that you have a question about a particular quiz, since we're using that example. Maybe after you had some time to maybe chew on it, you thought, no, I really do want to email her about this question because I really feel like the answer options that were provided, that none of them actually fit well for that question. And so just make sure you do that, and then that will make sure that we have clear communication and I can answer your question more promptly. Also, another very important point, make sure to use your Luther Rice email address, not your Yahoo or your Gmail or, your Luther Rice Gmail, but not like Yahoo or your personal Gmail or whatever the case may be, because all communication happens through the Luther Rice email. There are times that, so for example, when grades are posted, board will send you a notification informing you of what that information is. Sometimes if there was an issue with your assignment, I will, and let's say I give you a 0, I will give you a 0, but I put notes in the comments to you so that hey, turn this back in or make these changes and turn it back in for, regrading. And so if you are not watching your email, you may get a 0 and you may get very alarmed by that. But typically a 0 doesn't mean a 0 unless you just legitimately did not do the assignment. But a 0, if it's an assignment that you kind of maybe missed the mark on how the structure of the assignment was designed, or just on even some answers. I've had students that have turned in an assignment for the upcoming week, and they turned it in the week before. And so I would give you a 0 and in the comments say, hey, this is actually the assignment for week 3. Would you go back and resubmit your week 2, for example? So just make sure you're watching your Luther Rice email address. Okay. All right. I want you all to be well equipped for the ministry that God has called you to do. And so I believe that everything we do for God, we should do it to the best of our abilities and in the spirit of excellence. And so with that being said, it is important that you all pay very close attention to all of the due dates for the assignments, for this course. You may have noticed that this is a 15-week course packed all into 11 weeks, and that's a lot. Some weeks you have 2 sets of assignments due, double the reading, double the quiz, double the discussion boards, and it can be a lot. It can be overwhelming. And so just make sure that you are staying on top of things as best as you can. Make sure that you are doing your due diligence to pay attention to due dates, because you don't want to get behind on your work. And so another point in terms of the lecture, so the lecture videos, you will notice they do not have PowerPoints, but there are lecture notes that are on Blackboard that you all can download. I highly suggest downloading those notes and going through them and adding your own additional notes to it as you're listening to the lecture. That would really help you begin to synthesize the information and prepare for quizzes and really interact and engage with the lecture and the book and the notes. All of that together really helps your neural pathways soak in all the information so that you can be able to use it efficiently and effectively as you're taking quizzes and applying it to the different papers and discussion posts that we'll have coming up. So late work. You really don't want to get behind on your assignments. And so if there is something that's happening in your life that is that would fall within the guidelines of an exception, and if you're not sure, email me as soon as possible, because the longer you wait, the more the work can pile up. So just make sure that you pay close attention to getting things in a timely fashion. Another quick thing that has come to mind is about, you all have papers to write and discussion posts. And so there's a lot of writing in this course. It is very important. You all are in a master's program, and there is a level of expectation in terms of your academic writing ability. If you are uncertain about Turabian format, citations, things of that nature, please, 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 ma'ams and sirs, please use the resources that are available to you with the Center for Research and Writing. They have lots of wonderful tools to help guide you through writing a paper. But then also pay very close attention to your grammar. One thing that I have noticed is that, I don't know why my phone, Siri wants to know what's happening apparently in this semester, because I have not touched this phone and it's done that twice. That's a little scary. Okay, so there have been plenty of times where in discussion posts and then on papers where students have had simple misspelled words, and just a lot of different things that should not happen at this stage in your academic career. So I am going to be a little bit more strict when it comes to your writing. And if there are 25 plus grammatical errors, I'm going to just send it back to you. So please make sure that you take the time that you need to double check your work, triple check your work, and use the Center for Research and Writing as a resource to make sure that your writing is academic. Okay. I think that's all I have notes on my notes for reviewing the syllabus. I did not want to go over everything in detail, but just highlight a few things. So I pray that you all have a blessed week. We're going to have a great time in this course, learning and growing together. Pay close attention to the lecture, to the reading, and to the discussion posts. Make sure that you are intentional with your posts and follow the designated requirements for the discussion posts. And we're going to get through this together. All right. You guys be blessed. I pray the Lord's grace and peace on you in the name of Jesus, and that the Lord will give you strength to get through every day with whatever's happening in your life. God is a keeper, and God will sustain you. And just know that he who has begun a good work in you will see it to completion. All right. Give me a high five. There we go. All right. I'll talk with you soon.